Hey Cancer, welcome to your Villain Era reading, where we'll take a look at an event that occurred in your life that profoundly changed who you are as a person and how you operate. So let's jump in and start by pulling a couple of oracle cards just to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you. And the first card that we have out for you is Vesta, Home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Let's pull another card and see what other energies we have surrounding my Cancer collective. And we have soulmates. Okay. All right. So, Cancer, what this feels like, I mean, it feels like it's related to a relationship. And there's been a few of those in these villain era moments. But when it comes to the energy that's surrounding you right now, we think about home as being sort of your safe place, the environment that you should feel most comfortable in. It feels as that at some point, the place where you sort of rest your head, the place where you call home, was not necessarily the healthiest for you. There may have been conflict. It could be a situation where you had neighbors who were irritating you. It could be someone who was living with you that you weren't getting along with. It feels more of a relationship type thing as opposed to sort of just living with roommates because of the soulmates card that we have out here. But it feels like there is a shift where you were sort of uncomfortable in a space that was supposed to be protective, that was supposed to be safe for you. It feels like there may be a shift that's happening where you're going to be in a better place when it comes to that. So let's go ahead and get into some tarot and see what other messages Spirit has for my Cancer collective. So what happened? What events led you to this sort of feeling of discomfort in your own home? So we have the Seven of Cups, we have Chains, and we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So these are interesting energies that are around here because the Seven of Cups can be a card of options, but it can also be a card of being disillusioned or having the wrong impression about something or someone. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it almost feels as though there has been a person who has come into your life. I think someone who may have been a romantic partner or had the potential to be a romantic partner that came in, and it was like, this is not the person that I thought it was. It's like they came in with a mask, and over time, the mask just started slipping and slipping and slipping until you just did not recognize this person. But I think that for a lot of you, by the time it got to that point, you were so intertwined with each other, probably living together, that there was no easy way to sort of release yourself. There was not a particularly easy path to get out of it. And we have that represented by chains, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, being bound in one place, unable to move. So it's almost like my Cancers out there may have gotten a little bamboozled or hoodwinked. And it's like, how do I get out of this? Like, how do I get out of this? So how has this affected your life, your relationships? We have the King of Wands, and we also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I think that for a lot of my Cancers out there, you are angry. Now, usually the King of Wands is just, a card of passion and everything, but I feel anger. I feel legitimate anger that's coming out of this. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like you're so stuck, that you're so frustrated that you don't want to deal with anybody. It's almost like, I just want to be by myself. I want to reclaim my space. I don't want to share with anybody. I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to be by myself is how it's coming through. And it feels like there's this low level just fire, like this hot fire just burning in all of this. So what can you learn from this? Is there a lesson that you can take from this experience? We have the 10 of Pentacles and we also have the 7 of Wands. So in all of that frustration, and I feel like because the 7 of Wands is a pretty sort of defensive posture, there is a lot of conflict that's associated with this, but there's a lot of defense here. And with the 10 of Pentacles, I think that Spirit is essentially saying that now more than ever is the time for you to protect what you have. That, in all instances, and I'm not saying that you should plan for life not to work out, but it feels like it's always important to just have a contingency plan in the back of your head, just sort of tucked away, because unfortunately life happens, right? And so I think that it's important to always have backup, to always make sure that you're protected, so that going forward, when you're ready to open up to someone else, when you're ready to explore, that you won't be in a position where you feel like you don't have any options, where you feel like you're stuck. And so, just being able to sort of plan ahead, making sure that you're good, making sure that you're financially stable, that you have a good network around you, basically making sure that you are as grounded as you possibly can be, so that you won't, if you get entangled with someone in the future, that it won't get to a point where you're not able to separate yourself from them if you feel that you have to. So how can you adjust right now and sort of move on from this moment? We have the King of Swords and we also have Death in reverse. And so I think that with these two cards, because Death is really about transformation, and I think Pisces got Death in reverse for their reading as well. But with the King of Swords and Death in reverse, it really feels as though Spirit is saying, now is the time for you to be very, very strategic. This is the time for you not to sort of get lost in emotions, but really sit and sort of map out what this change looks like. And because you feel kind of stuck right now, it doesn't feel as though this is going to be something that's going to sort of change overnight. I think that between you sort of shifting into a different mindset and being able to extricate yourself from this person, it's going to be a little bit of a process. It's going to take a while. But this is not the time for you to fall apart. This is a time for you to really tap into your ability to strategize and to be thoughtful about your next steps. So not rushing into anything that may be potentially harmful for you. So what obstacles or challenges might you face during this process? We're starting out with strength. And so I think that there are certain points, Cancer, that you may feel hopeless, or that you may feel like giving up, or it's like, I can't do this. And I don't think that that's true. I do think that you can get through this. You absolutely can. We have that clarified by the King of Pentacles in reverse and also the Six of Swords. So again, getting your footing, getting grounded, moving away from this sort of rough patch in your life to a point where things are a lot calmer, where they're a lot more peaceful, where you can improve your home life and have that time and space to be by yourself without all of the other stuff floating around you. So what does this look like in terms of outcome after you've sort of gone through this process? We have the Empress in reverse, clarified by the Ten of Swords in reverse. What it feels like, Cancers, is that this Empress energy, this nurturing, this sort of willingness to invest in this person, in this relationship, that's going to dial back. It feels as though you're going to start pulling your energy away from this person, from this situation, and start funneling it back into yourself. I think that that's a part of your healing. That's a part of you tapping into that King of Swords energy, being strategic, being thoughtful, using your energy for you. And we also have the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Swords is really about backstabbing, betrayal. It's a profound hurt that someone else sort of imparts on us. And with this in reverse, this is healing. This is starting the process of getting past this level of betrayal, this disillusionment that you had because this other person was not showing their true selves to you. So I think that even though this feels a little bit challenging in the moment, Cancer, I do believe that there is a path forward. I think that you can get there. I think that you're stronger than you may believe that you are. And in the end, you're going to start pouring back into yourself, getting yourself out of this situation and starting to heal and rebuild. So that's what I got for you guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.